Fat liberation, a new push to glamorize morbid obesity. Have you seen the new Jardiance commercial? Jardiance is a drug to lower blood sugar and to try to keep diabetics from having heart problems. And as their spokesperson, they have a morbidly obese young woman trying on different outfits in her lumbering, slow way, because let's face it, folks, I have been obese for a very long time. Until recently, I was morbidly obese. I tipped the scale at 239, which put me into an extreme state of shock. It happened. I wouldn't say fast. It happened stealthily. Stealthily. It shocked me. And immediately when I had heard that a friend of my oldest daughter had lost a great deal of weight on the Optavia plan, I jumped right in. My late husband was still alive at that time, and I knew I needed more energy. I needed more physicality. I needed to move more and hurt less. And so I tried that plan, which was a true disaster. And I sent most of that, what you call food. It was the most horrible stuff ever. So horrible, in fact, that you needed hacks to make it more palatable. So that was the beginning in 2018, late 2018, of my attempt to get the weight off. And it wasn't easy under stress. As a matter of fact, I had a lot of back and forth. 5 gained, 5 lost, 5 gained, 5 lost. But I also was looking at food for comfort. But let's get back to the subject. Fat liberation, glorifying, glamorizing morbid obesity. So Jardiance has jumped on the fat wagon, and this young woman who's trying to dance around, and reminds me a lot of a TV show I saw as a young person, New Zoo Review. And I'm not going to talk about the character, but this is what she reminded me of, okay? And I just wanted to cry. And then I saw the Dove soap, new, I don't know what you'd call it, a spokesperson. And while I know there is some political crap behind all of this Dove boycott, only one thing really bothered me, because I'm not involved in the political end of it. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. That's going to be somebody else's fight, not mine. What bothered me is this grossly morbid obese, I mean in the highest range of morbid obesity, and she's black. Did you know that amongst black women, 60% are obese? And they're so worried about I was reading an actual medical write-up on this situation, because I'm like, they're using a black spokeswoman who's morbidly obese. What is she saying to her community? Eat that jelly donut? Have another coffee roll. How about some fries and a Coke? And then you can wash your face with Dove and hope your skin doesn't break out. I always loved Dove soap. It reminds me of my grandmother's house. It always had this floral fragrance like roses, and the cute little turned up bar. It was just shaped so adorable. I loved that soap. When I went on my own, I used that soap. My late husband always loved Ivory, but I loved Dove. And because I couldn't use the fragrance, they came out with a fragrance-free, skin-sensitive, and I could use that. And now I'm second-guessing if I'll ever buy another Dove bar again. I want an apology from the makers of Dove. Why on earth? Why on earth would you pick a morbidly obese woman to represent beauty and health? I'm sorry, guys. I could show you a big crunch of my fat and ask you how beautiful you think that is, but I'm too ashamed to do it. I thought about it, but I'm like, you want to see how glamorous and gorgeous fat can be? It isn't, and it's unhealthy. Now, maybe in your younger years, you'll be able to be obese and get by with that. But I guarantee you around 50, you'll be using a walker or a cane. And by 60, you might not even be here anymore. Because obesity is a killer. Not just heart and high blood pressure problems, gallbladder, what were the other things listed? I don't have my computer in front of me, but there was a host of problems from gynecological, urinary. I mean, the list goes on and on. Look it up. Look it up. What problems does obesity cause? And what about life expectancy? Can an obese person hope to live a long, active life? I don't believe they can. And if you're about 75 and you're obese and you're getting around, I'd love to, please comment. If you're able to do things that I can't do at 65. Now, I have a spine degeneration issue, and now the arthritis has gotten into my hip. And, surgery is something I don't care to do. So I've chosen to diet, continue to diet, because I did not have the hip problem when I saw my weight tip the scale at 239. I was like, where am I going to go from here? I remember being 208 not that long ago, back in 2018, 2019. Where am I going to be 10 years from now? How much more will more be? Was it easy to start? No, because Publix coffee rolls called out to me. Now, Dunkin' Donuts coffee roll got way too expensive, so I found them for like $3.99 for a 4-pack at Publix, baked fresh every day. And I would try to incorporate that coffee roll in my diet. Back then, I was trying 1,800 calories, and this is what I did. I took my weight, 239, multiplied it by 10, 2,390 calories a day, because my activity was on the bottom of the scale. And I said, I'm going to take away X amount of calories per day and eat within that range. And I got to tell you, the first year was bumpy. Once my husband passed in 2021, I dropped about 10 pounds without trying. And then I decided to take that and run with it. But it didn't come off easy, let me tell you. It's been more recent that my weight has started to drop. And what I've done is I take my current weight, I multiply it by 10, I take 500 calories off. I do that for several weeks. I hit a plateau, I come down another 100 or 200 calories, try to spark that metabolism again, because mine is slow, guys. Let's see, I've lost 37 pounds. Is that right? 36, because I'm having trouble at the 203 mark. I'm 203 pounds, but it keeps going to 200 and coming back to 203. It's like it's set itself. And I am doing whatever I can, more exercise. Sometimes I spike my calories up for a couple days, and then I'll knock them down, trying to trick my metabolism into burning faster and higher so I can get this weight off, because mine is not just how I look and feel, which is bad enough, but it's for my hip health, my back health. If I can get some of the pressure off, I've got this flab in my stomach that pulls on my back and weighs on my hips, and even hurts my knees sometimes, yes. Bothers my ankles. So I have a real gripe. And guys, this is a bipartisan issue. We should not be using morbidly obese people. What are they trying to do? And who will benefit from it? Let me ask that question. Who will benefit from a fatter, more obese America? Well, the AMA is going to benefit quite a bit. Think of all the knee and hip replacements. How about all of the bariatric surgeries they could do? And what about corporate America? That corporate America. They love to make a buck, and they love to make it on the misery of us. Have some chips. Have some Pepsi. Have the new Coke. There's cherry Coke, vanilla Coke, this Coke, that Coke. You can even get 0-calorie Coke if you want. That goes along really well with a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. You can try to sell me this fat liberation crap all day long, but I couldn't swallow it with a family-sized bag of M&Ms. Okay? I'm disgusted and angry, and I am going to boycott every corporation that keeps pushing their crap on our people, especially our women of all colors, of all nationalities, of all economic statuses. Yes, fat liberation. Let us liberate ourselves from fat. Let us liberate ourselves from fried food, junk food, candy, cake, pudding. I'm not saying the good food. Do I eat potatoes? Yes. Do I eat them often? Not really. Do I occasionally have a treat? Occasionally, I will. But I will arrange my calories to accommodate that treat. We need to do better, guys. We need to do better. This is an epidemic. It's affected our children. It's affecting our lives, our seniors. Every time I look at a video about hip and knee replacement, it is a fat woman, all right? It's a fat woman trying to walk again. We can fight this. You can fight this. It's so very simple. If you don't exercise much, you can sit in your chair and you can lift your foot up. Just bend that knee and try to straighten that leg and do repetitions. I'm doing it right now as I sit here talking to you. Up, down, up, down. I do those. I wag my legs back and forth to get my hip joints lubricated. You can lift your leg while you're sitting there. You can lift your arms. You don't have to get up and run, guys. Every little movement that you do right in the chair that you are in is more movement and more calories burned. And it really is calories in, calories out. I lived on fad diets. It was a nightmare. I did every fad diet known to man. I swear. I even tried hypnosis. And I ate half of a sheet cake after my first week of hypnosis. Yeah. Something was wrong deep inside, and I had to figure out what that was. It was stress and unhappiness, and I'm learning how to cope. And I'm losing weight as a result. I don't know what your situation is, and I don't care what your situation is. We can fight this. Don't buy in to corporate America trying to push fat on us. You know, eat more, be fat and happy. I don't know how anyone can be happy trying to find a 4X outfit, okay? 4X, all right? And I remember a lawyer who took one of my car accident cases. She had gotten the bariatric surgery. I think it was the band, I'm not sure, and she lost hundreds of pounds. She was over 400 pounds, and she said one time she was going to a conference and her luggage was lost, and all of her clothes were specially made because they didn't make anything bigger than a 4X. And she talked about the humiliation of, you know, going to these meetings in the same outfit over and over again because they didn't locate her luggage during the conference. That when, you know, going to stores, she couldn't find anything, and that was the catalyst that pushed her over the edge. And black women of America, please don't fall in for the, well, don't lose too much weight. You don't want to be too thin. Now, I'm not an advocate of the stick figure. I'm not. I would like to have boobs and butt, okay? I would like to keep some of that, though I do have to say, my boobs, I'm starting to lose weight. What are you gonna do? But I like to have somewhat of a figure. So I'm not going to, you know, push for 116 as the BMI would have for my height. I'll be very happy at 150. If I could reach 150 pounds, I'd be very happy. I'd still have meat on my bones and hopefully fit into a size 14 pants. And health. I don't want to age poorly. I don't want to age in a wheelchair. I don't want to age in a nursing home, in assisted living. We don't have to. You can start moving here, today, right now. There are so many YouTube videos. If you're in bed, you can exercise. There's videos for you. Ambulatory exercise. Get on it. Don't think I can't. I've tried a million times. I've tried a million times. And I'm not giving up, guys. I don't care if I'm stuck at 203. I can tell you this, 203 is way better than 239. I guarantee you that. And I'm learning that good food is delicious. A big bowl of organic girl mixed greens with some extra virgin olive oil, little drizzle, some red wine vinegar, and some Himalayan salt. I toss that all up and I love it. I love it. It feels right. It feels good. And I feel good. I feel better. I have more energy now. Energy is very important to me because I also have fibromyalgia and I can have some very rough days. But I'm having a lot less rough days. Plus, I've added supplements. And I think supplements are a good thing if you know what you're doing with them. You don't want to take the wrong supplements and you don't want to take too much of certain supplements. So you want to be careful of that. Speak to your doctor because I'm not a health professional, and I will put that in the description as a, you know. But I am a health advocate. I am advocating for a fight against obesity. I don't care how long you have been obese. You can do it. You can start the process of a better body, a better life, and a happier you. Well, there you have it. That's my rant against the fat liberation movement and the glamorizing of morbid obesity. Let's not go there. And shame on Dove and shame on Jardiance for trying to portray that it is okay to be morbidly obese. It's not okay. Okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye.